Hello everybody, my Alex is Apron. Today on Guide to Hacker, I'm going to be giving you my top browser add-ons to make Reconnaissance phase more simple, different meta search engines I use to broaden your search results, and different techniques to perform the Reconnaissance phase more efficiently. So here we go, we got some things to cover. We have friend mapping. Now this is a specific category I want you to keep in the back of your head. This is a very important technique, and basically all this does is collects information or gathers information about a user. Hello and welcome everybody, my alias is Apron. Today on Guide to Hacker, I'm going to be going over my ultimate reconnaissance browser, what I use, different add-ons that I use to help the reconnaissance phase, different meta search engines I use to help broaden my search results, and different techniques that I use to help simplify and successfully complete the reconnaissance phase. So moving on here, I want to get into a specific category of reconnaissance. It's called friend mapping. What friend mapping is all you do is gather information from the user's close circle of friends. If it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, who are the target's close friends? Writing their usernames down or pasting them into a notepad, keeping them there, and it might make this process a lot easier because you could do so much with friends on Facebook, for example. Do you know how secure your friend's Facebook password is? Are they even computer savvy, right? And if their Facebook account gets hacked and they ask you a question on wanting more information over Facebook Messenger, would you give it to them? Could they social engineer you to give them information that you usually get out because it's your best friend, right? Or how much would your best friend give up for you? Maybe your target's best friend, you contact him over Facebook, so to say, right? And you say, I might be his new boss, and I want to know some information about his friends if he wants this job. Maybe he's looking for a new job, right? And you have that on him, that leverage, right? And his best friend just gives you information. And there's tons of different ways you can use this for whatever you're using it for. So moving on here, we have footprinting. Now, friend mapping goes into footprinting, so footprinting is a general step that you must complete to have a successful reconnaissance phase. It's basically just collecting information, as much information as you can about your target. And this could be anything. A lot of the information you're going to copy down, which I'll show you what I look for and everything in later tutorials, but it might seem useless. And the useless information is what completes this process successfully. You won't even realize how useful some information is until the end of doing all your research gathering, right? And you have to realize that because commonly I'll go through a website, paste down everything I need, and I miss something, right? I have to go back and copy it, find it, copy it, and paste it again, and then I can use it, right? And it's just very efficient to just copy it all down, visit the website once, right? Copy it all down, have it there, right? All the important information. And we need to do this because we need to identify how we're going to break into the system or website or whatever we're doing, right? We want to collect as much information as possible. And I have some steps that I use personally, and this is what I do. So I collect basic information first, obviously, and then I try to find the OS, the version, the web server versions. Are they using MySQL? Things like that. And I'll be going over these steps in later tutorials, defining them more, how to do it. This is just the general thing and what I use for browser add-ons, etc. Then I'm going to perform company queries like whois, DNS lookup. Again, add-ons do this for you automatically. Then I look for known vulnerabilities and exploits based on the information I gathered, right? There's no reason to find a 0-day for this company when they have a known vulnerability or exploit. So those are the 4 steps I use. They're pretty much successful a good amount of the time. I don't think I'm missing anything on these steps. Moving on, we have my tools that I use, right? So I have Shodan or WAP Analyzer. This basically just does the third step for you. It collects information like the IP, what ports are open on the server, the company, who it's hosted by. It's very important information. It's very quick. We also have TinEye or RevEye, and these are basically reverse image lookup. TinEye uses its own database, while RevEye uses Google's database as well as TinEye's. They both have websites though, so you don't really have to get the add-on. You also have Contact Monkey, again for Chrome only, but it has a website, and it tells the user if the target has opened the email. It attaches a signature and basically allows us to see if the email is just going to spam, they're never opening it, they're opening it and they just ignore it, or they're opening it and it's successful, right? If it's a phishing attack, they open it, they go on the website, they see that it's a phishing attack, and they leave. You can kind of see that, right? We also have Follow.net or WhoWorksAt, and these are basically intelligence tools that periodically collect new information about a website. For example, say if I go to the a blog site and I paste the URL in Follow.net, right? It will tell me when they make a new post. It will notify me. It will collect information, basically. And hacking doesn't just take one day or two. It takes maybe a month or two. And this helps you stay connected without having to check the website every single day, right? Because you might have multiple targets that you have to analyze. But moving on here, we have metasearch, and what search engines do, if you don't know, there's crawlers or spiders, right? And these are basically bots, and they just go around the internet on websites looking for websites to add to its database based on keywords, search results, who visits them, etc. Each search engine like Google, Yahoo, AOL has its own database. Now, this is fine because, usually Google have all the results, but when searching for something specifically and you want as much results as possible from that specific company or person, you want to use all the search engines as fast as possible, and these websites do it for you. I personally use IXQuick. It does have a proxy function in it, although I don't even use it, but it does, and it's very simple, and we're going to check out these tools too. So let's get started here. I'm going to open up a browser. I use Firefox. I'm going to be going over IXQuick first. This is the default search engine. I used to use DuckDuckGo, but this is also private, and it has a little advanced button right here. And this button is very simple when you want to include stuff. Usually these are called Google Dorks, basically, and little codes that you have to input, like INURL, and then whatever the URL is, right? And it'll only search for that URL. Well, now you don't even have to memorize those, and you can just input it here. It does it for you. It's really nice. Searches are very simple. So say if I search up my own name, it's going to search through Google, Yahoo, everything like that. You can bookmark the search even, and it'll show you everything here. And you can do any times even, and it's very simple and great. We also have Mama.com, basically the same thing. You can set your own search engine. It's very simple. Again, if we do my YouTube name, you can see my videos on here, different YouTube, my Google account, everything's right here for you, along with some other stuff that I don't know why it's on here. Maybe they just use the same name. But again, we have Polymeta, which I personally don't like, but then again, it's your personal preference there. Polymeta is great. You can specify these searches you use. Again, I don't like the look of it, but they all do the same thing. It's your personal preference. We also have, let's say, Shodan, and they have their own website. You can add the Firefox and Chrome browser right down here, Chrome plugin, Firefox, and you basically search, and this, they have their own website. You can see the big picture and everything in here. You can see what it's used for. Very good website and add-on itself. We also have WAP Analyzer. Now this is basically just going to be the same thing. If I can spell it right. Maybe. I don't even know if I can find it here. Yeah. You'd probably have to find it through the add-ons first. But we'll move on. It's the same thing. After that, I say I use TinEye, right? TinEye is a very good reverse lookup tool. Let's see, we have the add-on for Firefox right up here. We also have different sites. So if I just go to images of something, let's see, images of whoever this is right here. Oh. And we want to right click and we can search image on TinEye. This is what the browser does. So you can just right click stuff, search on TinEye, and TinEye will look through its database for you. We have one result here, and you can see the website it is hosted on. So a really cool tool. RevEye also works, same thing. It's all your personal preference. After that, we have follow.net. Now this is a very important tool I want to show you guys. Actually, I have it bookmarked right here. As you can see, you can view this data quickly. All this information is right there for you, and it follows it. You can create an account to save this information. They have Chrome and Firefox extension, obviously. Like I said, I think who works at, isn't online right now, but their browser plugins are still there. I wonder if they still work. But then again, follow.net does the same thing. Very great tools. Very important tools to use that simplify this. But thanks again for watching, guys. If you have any questions or new tools that you think that you use or have found by searching for these types of tools, looking for new ones, put it in the comment section below. Let me know. Maybe I'll do an update video on some great new tools I found for everyone to use. But thanks again, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Peace.